All right, testing 1, 2, 3. Gonna give just a few moments here without saying much because I don't trust YouTube entirely on the live streaming stuff to not cut me off at some point. Just bear with me here for a moment. Hi guys. I'm Dragfire. You Dragfire. This is the same sheet of paper that I used for showing off my Neo Geo CDZ, and I love this little thing. And I just wanted to do a quick video. I don't know why. I had a wild hair and did an AMA, so might as well do a video too, right? So, and I do videos weekly, so I'm used to setting this kind of thing up. But I wasn't really expecting to do this, so this is really ad hoc. So sorry if it's really boring or stupid. I just want to show a couple things. The main thing I want to show is how to beat Zelda in 5 minutes, which I'm sure you can find a video online because that's how I found out about it the first time and I was blown away by it, and it's so hilarious. But I want to actually discuss why it happens, and I also want to show off some gaming tech. So I've got, I don't actually have a copy of Zelda here. I have that at my house. This is actually my workplace right here. But I do have a copy of I do have a Super Wildcard DX2, which is a copier for Super Nintendo. It goes into the top slot. And you can copy games, you can pass them through on the top slot on it. And it uses floppy disks to operate. This is back in the good old days when people still use things that look like this. And this disk has Zelda on it. Yes, Zelda fits on a floppy disk. It is an 8 megabit cartridge, and that means it is 1 megabyte. And these disks hold 1.4. You can kind of force them into being 1.6 maximum, but almost no one uses that format because 1.4 is already unreliable enough. This is formatted 1.4 because it doesn't need to have anything more in it. It's got that stupid phone thing again. One moment. So, I'm gonna play Zelda on this thing. The other thing I wanted to show that I've got here that's pretty cool that I don't think many people have seen, and unfortunately I can't show it in operation today because I don't have a controller for it. This is a PCFX game system. I said I was going to show you things that you haven't seen before, so here you go. I'm pretty sure most of you haven't seen one of these. Some of you guys may remember the third wheel of the console war generation, which was the TurboGrafx 16. This is the TurboGrafx 16 PlayStation generation. This console is a CD-based console made by NEC and Hudson, just the same as the TurboGrafx, and has a really interesting game for it that I've got in here, Battle Heat. This is a full-motion video fighting game. I do want to show this off later, but I need to get a controller for this thing or find my old controller first. But this thing was never released in America, but it has some really cool concepts and games on it. And it was one of the first systems that had a module you could get for it. I don't have it, but you could get a dev kit for it, so you could develop on your PC your own games for the system, which is, I think, a first for console systems, and most people don't know that. Anyway, I'm going to reposition my laptop here, so there may be some horrendous sound, and I'm going to get this thing booting. So. I'm going to reposition this, hold on. I got my Nintendo 64 sign here too, it's pretty fun in the darkness. And where did I put that disc? There it is. So, I'm actually going to start this thing without the disc in so I can show you the wildcard interface a little bit. Let's see how well it shows up on this video. Probably not terribly well. I'm going to block the light here a little bit better. Oh, didn't boot. Hold on. There it is. So this is the, waiting for the video to normalize, if it's going to. getting nothing. Did a test earlier and it seemed like it did okay. Maybe it's locked in for some reason right now. Oh, that's annoying. Here, let me try switching something here. Alright, well, I'm gonna just take the... It'll probably be fine for Zelda. Anyway, this is a little menu interface. I can't see any of that on there. That's horrible. Whatever. I'm just gonna get this thing booting. Oh man, I'm so not happy with that. Oh, and error, great. This has been great all around. I did test just before doing this video, and everything worked fine and dandy. There we go. So you can probably hear the loading thing, although you probably can't see much on the screen right now. I need to figure out how I can fix that. Maybe I can take the brightness down on the screen. That's better. Here, we'll see if maybe we'll put a little bit of light on in the room. Okay, one more test here. Well, at least you can kind of see the menu now. Still way oversaturated. It'll have to do. I got the brightness turned down so low I can actually barely see it, and it actually kind of looks normal on your screen, which is hilarious to me. What would be appropriate name? Let's just do Reddit. So this is a trick that was discovered relatively recently as far as classic video game stuff goes. Basically, there's a bug in the game where you can make the game think that you're on a different layer than you are actually on, and you can use that to actually start traversing areas that you're not supposed to be able to get to. So I'm just trying to get through the dialogue here on the opening here. I don't know if anyone's going to find this video interesting at all, but hopefully someone will think something cool or look up like a PCFX and find out about a game system they didn't know about before. Or maybe look this up on a video which with a little bit clearer. I just want to show that it's possible to do it on the system itself. Is this my Super Nintendo controller? Is this the squishy? Yeah, it's not the squishy one. Weird. It's just not feeling very responsive right now. Oh, I know why. It's because I changed the brightness. It's probably not in game mode anymore. Alright. Wow, yeah, this is way too dark. Hold on. I can't even see where I am. I'm a little bit embarrassed about the quality of this video, quite honestly, at this point. Menu. Come on, give me the brightness. There we go, that'll do. Yeah, I know, Zelda, I'm coming. She keeps nagging. Yeah, I know there's a path. You don't have to tell me. I've done this before in another life. Alright, so this bug can actually be triggered in a variety of ways. The easiest way to do without tool assistance, and I'm not using any tools on this one, I'm just running the game. And this is an unmodified ROM. I know that I'm running on a copier and stuff, but you can do this on your local copy of the game at home, no problem. So, if you have a copy of this game, obviously. Then it's a problem if you don't have a copy of the game, because why would you not have a copy of Zelda for Super Nintendo? Well, you might not have a Super Nintendo, I guess. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to get into the castle here. Got my sword and I can do that stuff now. Hopefully I won't have the lag get me hit at any point in this. Actually, I can get hit now, but it'll reset if I get hit after I've set the bug in place. So, I'm just going to climb up here, jump down, pause, oh, whoops, the other pause. Just pause. So we go here and you do save and quit. And so I'm jumping in the middle of that, and so that sets a flag in memory that causes your character to think he's on a different level than he actually is, which affects only in certain cases of collision detection. So I'm going to go back in here, and we're going to go back into the castle, and now I have to actually worry about getting hit, because if I get hit I have to restart that first step. Nope. I don't want you. And where we're actually going to exploit the bug is in the next screen here. I'm going to get this enemy to knock me into a wall. And I've just gone into the wall, and now I can start scrolling around in places I'm not supposed to be. So you can see, you can't see my character, but I can move up and down. So we're going to go over here, and now you can see we're in a much different part of the castle. We can actually start exploring a lot of the world that you're not supposed to be able to explore, but I'm going to actually try and do the bug here. So you can see me just peeking at the bottom of the screen, maybe. You can see that right here. I'm looking around the lower right-hand corner. And then move up from here, and then you scroll up a ways. And you can see that all the stuff is just in memory somewhere, so you can actually scroll around to different parts of the world. You can really screw up the tile loaders too on this. It's a very interesting screen. That's blue around it. It doesn't look like blue on that screen, but it is. And after a certain point here, we'll get to Ganon's boss room. There we go, you can hear it. And you get Ganon and Double Ganon and Triforce. End of the game, right there. And I think that's really cool that you can do that. And it's one of these things, it's like, people always think that games don't have bugs in them, especially back in the old days, but there's huge bugs. I just beat Zelda in 5 minutes. Obviously, that wasn't an intention of the development team for people to be able to do this. So, there's an additional bug on this. It's not going to show up very well in the video, so I'm not going to wait for it, but basically the rain from the beginning actually gets stuck in the ending here, and you actually can hear it in the background. It kind of messes up some of the graphics. But the game does end, and so I just thought that that was kind of cool, and I wanted to share that. All right. So, thank you very much for watching, if you watched, and I'm probably going to archive this video somewhere, but it's not that great a video. Good talking to you guys on Reddit. I'm going to be doing my show. I do a teach how to make video games using Unity 3D. It's going to be at 8:30 tonight. And as we're focusing on 2D, I'm going to show this input manager that I wrote up, and I'm going to share with the world tonight. So it'll make things easier for doing touch inputs like virtual buttons and stuff on Unity. And feel free to join on that if you have any interest in learning game development. And have a great night. I'll probably still be answering questions on the AMA off and on after my show. So anyway, have a good one. I'm actually going to let this run just a little bit while, just because, as I said, don't trust the YouTubes. There's that Nintendo side. Yeah. That's probably enough time.